Southwest Florida, you are looking live at a tremendous setting that is going to change the community for the better. I'm Lee Pitts. We're here in Dunbar. Yes, we're here in Dunbar. You see the name Lee Health over my shoulder. We're at the new Lee Community Care Dunbar Medical Office. Yes, it is the grand opening today here in April, and I have a gentleman, Bob, right here who's been involved with this for many years. So excited to have Lee Pitts Live on the spot as the media sponsor of this tremendous grand opening. I have a history of this location for those of you who are looking here in Fort Myers. We're on Martin Luther King Boulevard, where the original Dunbar Shopping Center once was, Lee County Charter Academy, and some other places. Next door to us is the Pepsi Cola factory. And so you know exactly where this is. It's changing the community. We bring in healthcare in a grand way. You'll see some video that we'll be showing later on of this entire beautiful facility. I feel like I'm in a five-star hotel of healthcare facilities. So without further ado, let's bring in my good friend, Bob. Bob, you're all smiles today, huh?
Are you kidding me? We've been waiting for this for 6 years. 6 years, and then COVID and a hurricane kind of held up things, but boy, I'm so thrilled for
everything happens for a reason, and we're coming back big and strong. Yeah. Bob, give your full name and your title.
My name is Bob Johns. I guess my name when I'm in trouble with my wife is Robert, and I'm the Executive Director for Lee Community Healthcare.
Lee Community Healthcare is affiliated with Lee Health. Break that down, Sesame Street that for me.
Yeah, it's Lee Community Healthcare is like a service line for Lee Health, and so whenever you see any of the improvements or anything, or any of the doctors or nurses, they are Lee Health employees and Lee Community Healthcare employees.
Which is a nonprofit entity.
Is a nonprofit entity, and it has a federal designation that gets our patients a whole lot of great benefits.
Outstanding, and those benefits are going to be targeted. They're going to come right here to this community. A very well-needed walk-in clinic within arm distance of everybody and shouting distance right here in the community. A lot of residential right around here. I said that it's walk-in, but tell me how the hours will work, and do you need appointments?
Yeah, you're encouraged to make appointments, because then that helps us really get to see the most people that are possible. But if you need to walk in, you can. In addition, if you have same day, like you're sick, and you wake up in the morning and you're one of our regular patients, you just call in and we'll find a place for you to be seen. And so we do all those kinds of arrangements for patients.
I don't know if you gave the hours.
Oh, yeah, thank you, the hours. So typically hours would go 8 to 5, but we're not. We're going to be extending them from 7 to 7 on several nights a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 to 7. And then we also are going to be going 8 to 7 on Mondays and Wednesdays. And that's so that parents who work and might be coming to get their children at the Next Level Church's after-school care, just about 100 yards down the shopping center from us, they can come right over here and have their children get health care.
I'm glad you mentioned children, because you'll be taking patients of all age ranges, regardless of income, all of these things, right?
Absolutely.
Go through that whole smorgasbord.
Yeah, so we'll be family medicine or primary care, and that family medicine is from birth all the way up through geriatric care or older folks care, like for me. And then we also are going to have a psychologist here who has some expertise with children. I don't know if maybe your folks the folks that watch don't know this, but we've had an explosion in kiddos that have been really struggling with just mental health and behavioral health issues since after COVID. Is that the cause? I'm not smart enough to know that, but what I do know is we need to have that care here.
I see.
Yeah. In addition, you can be seen here on what's known as a sliding fee discount. So if you don't have insurance, or you've got insurance with a big deductible and you don't have a lot of money, come see us. We'll see you for $10. Or maybe 15. And if you can't pay that, we are not going to turn you away. And so that's what we're here for. We are here to care for a community, and that's a privilege for us to do that.
That's one of the things I love amongst the many things about Lee Health and what you guys are doing here. You're bringing your resources to places that are in most need of those resources. And nothing is more important than a person's health care. So I commend you guys on making this happen, putting this in the heart of the community. It is going to be certainly something that is going to be a great benefit. Right behind us is a lot of apartment complexes and things of that nature. Across the street is residential. It is just spectacular. And first-class medical care. Top of the line trained individuals. Go.
Our doctors are all board certified. They are also, they've been here for years. So Dr. Belcher, 5 years almost. Linda Mondragon, who's our physician's assistant, 6 years, it's maybe 7 now. And we're hiring 3 new physicians and or providers, a psychologist, another doctor who is actually a world fellow or an international fellow. So she brings a lot of great international experience, just getting back from Kenya, from taking care of folks there. And our own Dr. Belcher, he's been to Africa probably about a dozen times in his career. So we have providers that are top notch. And then our staff. Man, I can't say enough good things about our staff. They are all rock stars. They just care and do whatever it takes. In fact, all of them said, Bob, after the hurricane destroyed the old Dunbar office, they said, when you going to get us back to our patients? And I said, we will do our best. And our team did their best.
Tremendous amount of parking space out here, easy access from the freeway. Who do you encourage geographically to take advantage of this? Should I call it a clinic?
Yeah, clinic's fine. Yeah.
All right.
First and foremost,
some zip codes you're focusing on?
So 33916, 33905, 33901. So anyone that can get here by foot or by bicycle, we're going to be getting some bike racks put out here next week. Please come. And that's who is coming to our old Dunbar office. There's also a bus stop directly at the edge of the parking lot. So there is a Lee Tran access that way. And then if you need help with transportation, we have some resources that we call upon that if you're struggling, we can get you an appointment. So yes.
People are seeing contact information on the screen, but those who are listening to us on our radio show, let's make sure we tell them if they want to make a phone call how they can get more information on this world-class clinic.
Yeah, 239-652-4111. That's 239-652-4111. It's a call center, so you got to let them know, I want to be connected to the Dunbar Medical Office, and they will get you through. And starting tomorrow, we're seeing patients, and we're seeing a boatload, and we're happy that we are.
Preventive health care. I love saying that, being an old swimming instructor and lifeguard. Preventive life saving, so it all makes sense to me. We're encouraging people not to come here for emergencies, but come here to be preventive, to know their status on everything and be health care. This is not an emergency office, right?
Absolutely. In fact, we'd rather patients who aren't really super sick don't go to the emergency room, come to us, establish a relationship with us, which a bunch of our patients already have. And if you have diabetes or hypertension or sickle cell anemia or asthma, any of those maladies or illnesses, we love taking care of those, and we try to do that on a preventive basis. We also have a nutritionist that comes here once a week that can help you design menus and get you food access. We also have a partnership with the Harry Chapin Food Bank, so if you can't afford the food, we can get that to you. You'll be surprised. We really do have a broad range of ways that we can help, and that's what we want to do. We just want to help. We want to guard people's dignity and help.
And one of the beautiful things about this, once you come here and get diagnosed, get checked up, then you have a world-class, full-service medical establishment, Lee Health, that has all types of experts that you will have access to.
And you can get access to those experts. Like if you need an endocrinologist, which is for diabetes usually, you can go see that endocrinologist at Lee for $10 an office visit if that's your discount. Okay. So the discount is honored by all of our specialists that are on board, and also for a lot of our diagnostic testing. So MRIs, et cetera. My comment is, don't go to the emergency room if it's not an emergency. If it is, go. And I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell that. But come here if it's not, and we would love to establish that relationship.
One thing I want you to do, Bob, I want you to put on your hat and your imagination and visualize this entire clinic and know that we're going to have video running on top of that. We're right now in the lobby. I want you to give us a tour right now with your mouth of this facility.
Okay, well, if you go the way I would go, you're going to enter the front, and you're going to see a beautiful entranceway, wonderfully designed by our own Lee Health designers. That was really pretty fun for me to learn. You'll have 2 check-in stations. Once you are checked in, you'll take a seat here in the waiting room, and then you'll be called for your appointment. One of our nurses or one of our customer service reps or MAs will come by, take you to one of our 10 exam rooms.
Right. Beautiful rooms.
Yes, and those exam rooms are then going to be straight back off of the waiting room. As you are taken back there, you're going to see this long curving countertop where all of our nurses and MAs have their computer stations. The thing's amazing. When I had one of my board members say, "Can I get that for my house?" And someone who knew her said, "That won't fit in your house." Mm-hmm. So then you will be taken to one of the exam rooms. There's also a room just off to the left of the lobby, which was where you can do a financial interview. Because to get that discount I've been talking about, you got to at least tell us a little bit about your finances. But trust me, we will keep that in the strictest of confidence. Mm-hmm. And it is done behind a closed door so no one hears it, and that is never seen by anyone else. And then as you are taken from back through all the exam rooms, there are various rooms for procedures. There is a lab that if you need blood drawn, you can get that drawn here on site. We do have some limited called wave testing that we can do here on site also. So it really is an office that you can really be served. And then if you have a social service need, you have something that isn't medical but you're struggling with, we have a social worker on staff ready to help you connect with United Way and the United Way agencies. So without leaving, you can get some more help if you need it.
Outstanding. And people need to know, as you can see, this is world class. This is not some rinky dink that somebody threw in the inner city and keep moving. No, this organization has put in some great resources, put in brand new everything. This is world class. When I first walked in here, I was like, man, this is outstanding. Yeah. So be sure, there's no excuses now. Be sure to take advantage of this facility that we have right here in our community. And if you live in these zip codes, this is certainly where we want you to come. Give those zip codes again, Bob.
33916, 33905, 33901. But really, anywhere in the Central Fort Myers area, if you can get here, we'd love to see you. You can go to any of our offices, too. You may actually wind up over in Cape Coral someday because we'll be so busy here. So we actually have that capability also.
This is the grand opening. I'll be talking to a lot of people here today. We got a pharmacist across the street. Remember, Miami may have the oranges, but Lee Community Care Dunbar Medical Office has got the juice. We'll be right back with more interviews on Lee Pitts Live on CBS.